Today we are bringing some of the biggest trends of the week straight to you with timestamps if you'd like to skip to any part of the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with many YouTube channels, and welcome back to everything that you missed in general this week. This is the new series on the Clenversations channel here where we take a look at some of the biggest trends that have been going on this week. I'm not gonna lie, this week it's been a little bit on the down low, but some of these stories are actually really crazy. So again, timestamps are here if you'd like to skip to any part of the video. Let's get into it. Starting off with a little bit of an update. So the CEO of TikTok has still been making the rounds of social media, having a bunch of clips coming out from him because he's still been getting absolutely grilled into because, of course, the US, and it seems to me like it's probably just coming from, well, I mean, the biggest story is it's coming from the US, but I mean, like, I don't really know about the rest of the world and how they feel about TikTok, but I know the US, well, obviously, again, the US is the one trying to ban TikTok right now, and I don't know if they're going to actually be able to get to it, but man, if you watch any clip from this guy is so well-spoken. He is so obviously pro TikTok, but he actually gives like really good reasons as why TikTok should stick around. I was thinking about making a video on that in particular because a long time ago, I made another video talking about why I've changed my mind on TikTok, why I actually like TikTok. And what the CEO was saying is it has become such an educational platform, a place where people get news and unbiased news in that sense. And that's also why I do like TikTok in myself. I come from a place where it's really difficult to get uncensored news or news about what specifically the North doesn't want you to see, you know? So I like TikTok for that reason. I also actually... something that I absolutely love about TikTok is the idea that you can go around and getting these like fun fact videos. I love learning stuff. I love like word of the day and stuff like that. So I actually use TikTok. Don't get me wrong. A lot of fun posts on there. I watch a lot of funny things, but I love the fact that I can learn a couple things here and there from TikTok. So I suggest that you go watch any time that the CEO has been speaking because he does provide like a really good argument as to why TikTok should stick around. Next up, we have another innovation in AI. So there's a new AI called Treasure Map, and it's very interesting. What it has been doing, apparently, it's been successful so far, and of course, it's not like they're not really using it as a for sure thing at this point, but what seems to be, and if it continues to work, this AI that's working, it's titled Treasure Map, and what it's going to do is it detects early illnesses in people. So if you're really having the AI take a look at the brain, where the main Treasure Map comes in, is it opens up a treasure map looking kind of thing about the brain, and then you can see exactly where diseases is beginning and where diseases are spreading, and it is a super cool innovation in technology. So could you just imagine how, like, if this works flawlessly, if this ends up working perfectly, how this could possibly change the world? Now the question remains, will they use it? Let's say this is successful. Will they use it? I don't know, and I don't have too much of a high hope that they will. Now for arguably the biggest piece of news in the week, guys. I have to be careful with my words here, and this is why I'm not covering anything really too political related, so, and for the sake of hoping to get this channel monetized one day, I have to be careful with this. Nickelodeon has been exposed. Nickelodeon and many Nickelodeon stars finally released their story on how Nickelodeon, and specifically Dan Schneider, has taken advantage of them and touched people in certain ways, had them do certain things on camera. And I was talking about this on a stream, which you should check out, by the way, if you're new here at Clen channel. We have streams all the time in gaming. And I was talking about this, and I was saying, like, I am so 100% the type of person, if I hear something about someone or something in general about, like, some influencer, celebrity, anything coming out exposing them, I am so quick to just be like, nope, I want to see evidence. I'm not believing it. No way. I'm not taking someone's random word for it. But when it comes to Dan Schneider and when it comes to Nickelodeon, I do believe in due process, okay? So I'm definitely not just put him in jail, but there's no way. There's no way that this dude is innocent. There is no way this dude was just harmlessly making feet content with kids, you know? Go take a look at any of those clips. Go take a look at any of them. There were some that I didn't even see. And it's crazy to me that back in the day, you had these, you watched these videos and it just looked so normal, right? I thought, oh, it's a goofy girl putting a foot in her mouth, and now I'm like an adult looking at it, I'm like, oh my god, that's disgusting, you know? It makes me not even want to watch the shows. It's crazy to me what has been coming out in Nickelodeon, and I do feel bad for the people who were involved in that, and it's crazy that it took this long because it's always been like a really creepy thing. There's specifically one that I'm definitely not going to show you, a clip of Ariana Grande laying upside down on the bed and, you know, spilling water. It's crazy looking back at this as an adult, and it's... Man. Now, another really big story this week is about AI influencers and how they are now emerging. So apparently when it comes to TikTok, Twitter, it is becoming like, it's pretty much about the deepfake stuff. It's becoming more normalized that AI voices are sounding normal. AI technology is getting better in the sense where you can actually create deepfakes. So people are running into influencers and don't know that they aren't real people. The only thing that's giving it away so far is they're not reading chat, but you could have somebody just playing a game. You could have somebody just sitting there and making movements, doing some TikTok dances, playing Beat Saber. So apparently this week, specifically, more and more creators, could you call them creators? They've been really coming to the forefront right now, and they've been getting more views, which is insane, and it's only going to get more real as time goes on. It's going to be a weird thing. Now, guys, there is one thing this week that I am specifically most interested in. How crazy is this, okay? How crazy is this? So, Neuralink has been a success so far. So, the first patient of Neuralink, which is the brain chip by Elon Musk, right? It was inserted into somebody who was, to some extent, paralyzed or disabled, and so far, that person has been able to play chess on a computer with their mind. How crazy is that? If I can find the video, or if I'm allowed to use the video, I don't know. I might put it on screen right now, but regardless, it's not difficult to find. That is insane. And there's an entire clip of him describing what it feels like, how to use it, and he's just thinking about moving pieces here and there, and then the chessboard's actually moving. Now, as far as I know, they've only been testing it with that chess program so far, but that is a huge step. That's a huge step in Neuralink, and I personally find that fascinating. I don't know if that's something that no, definitely not something that I would ever do, but I find it like really cool. I can't even conceptualize the thought, like, how would you even play chess with your mind? Like, pawn move forward. And all the comments, of course, were about like, what if he accidentally thinks about boobs, which is obviously something that he's going to be thinking about, which is true. Like, I don't exactly know how that would work. So that's why I'm personally really fascinated in this. And so far, so good with Neuralink, but I can't see it going too smoothly. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Next up, TikTok is now coming for Instagram because they are releasing a photo app and it is expected to launch on app stores very soon. Initially, I was sitting back and I was kind of like, okay, I don't know. People have tried to copy Instagram before. Instagram kind of is it's in its own little section of the internet, and it's very successful. So I don't know if TikTok can really compete with that. But then again, I was thinking, wow, TikTok competed with YouTube and won to some extent because people use TikTok regularly and have so ever since. They came up with the For You page. I can only imagine they're going to do some sort of the same thing with Instagram. Sorry, I don't know if my microphone was picking that up. My dog was having a bad dream, and the poor thing was whimpering in her dream. So hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but I had to pause the video for a second. But anyways, I do believe that after just some further thought with it, that they actually can compete with Instagram, because if you can compete with YouTube, you can honestly compete with anything. Plus, I personally don't really use Instagram anymore, and I don't think I would use a TikTok photo app, to be honest with you, but hey, you know what? Props to TikTok. I'm pro TikTok. We love TikTok over here, so hopefully they succeed in what they're doing. Plus, I don't know, man. You could have the same problems with TikTok and Instagram. I was just about to say, Instagram has become a horrible place for young men and young women, I guess, too, right? But this thing will just be the exact same thing. The same problems that we have on TikTok will transfer to the photo app and possibly even multiply it, but hey, who knows? But guys, speaking of TikTok, I want to point you over to another channel that we have over here, that being the Clenema channel, and we talk about movies, TV, shows, whatever it may be. I have a tier list video over there. If you like movies, check it out. Check it out, guys. I will see you either there or in the next video, everybody. Take care.